So, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Mehta, and I'm very, very privileged to have Sumedha, who's going to be asking me a few questions around meta health today.
So, meta health seems extremely fascinating, especially with the kind of videos you've been putting up. So, just in brief, what exactly is it?
That's a question I've been trying to answer to myself. What exactly is meta health? So, if you look at the word meta, Sumedha, meta means above. Above means what? Is it above everything? No, it's beyond. Something that we haven't experienced before. So it's a mindset that needs to be changed around our health. Because so far we've been thinking our health issues are because of what we didn't eat properly or ate properly. Or, because it was the weather changed, we got that cold. Or we got that cold and cough because, we must have eaten something wrong or slept in the wrong way and so got a pain in our neck or back. But what's so evident, we don't look at it. Our diseases are connected with our emotions. I mean, even Amitabh Bachchan said in our Bollywood, is it emotion or is it motion? So he was talking about, is our motion connected with emotions? So could it be that any pain in our body is actually connected with emotions and we are not really looking at it like that? And that could be causing an issue. So Meta health talks about not just all the issues that can be causing the health issues, but also what conflicts could give us certain health issues. So it's profound. It's, in my view, it's absolutely spiritual way of looking at things. I really believe that everybody should learn meta health just to scratch and understand about life, even if they're not going to be using it tomorrow. Just to scratch and look at their life, where are they not connecting their emotions? And it is a profound opportunity to then look at life differently and maybe take away the blame that we've been putting on everything to taking self responsibility that along with eating right, along with exercising, along with everything else, we also need to look at how we could transform our emotions, and not just emotions, our beliefs, our value systems, look at them, our cultural background, and make something more meaningful and profound around it. Thank you for that question.
And since you've been saying so much about all this and about how emotions are connected to everything we're experiencing, how do you make this connection?
So, Meta Health talks about four different brains. Actually, there are five, but we're looking at four different brains right now, and we're not omitting the fifth brain, but it's sitting in the similar zone. So, we're looking at brainstem, which is what you call the reptilian brain. Now, it's about evolution. When we were evolving to become human beings, we were first animals. And what, as an animal, did we do? At a rudimentary level, at an animal level, we had instincts, reflex actions. We had to feel everything was safe around us. So, first premise from where we looked everything, is it safe? Is it unsafe? Is it safe? Is it unsafe? Is it safe? Is it unsafe? Can we throw that out? Not really. That's like a gut feeling that we have. Often we feel that when people suppress this gut feeling, then there's a big issue. So, our brainstem talks about, or we talk about all the diseases that are present in the brainstem and why they are caused, and the conflicts that are leading to this kind of a scenario where we're looking into fight flight, we're looking into when some conflicts happens or trauma happens, then what happens? And this part of the animal kingdom still exists in us, which means the minute our survival is hit on, our brainstem is going to tune on. Then we have cerebellum, we have medulla, and we have the cortex, which is the most superior brain. And in human beings, the most superior connection altogether. And this is the brain that is making decisions. What I want to bring over here is that decisions cannot be made without the reptilian brain. And reptilian brain can hijack and make the decision making brain absolutely numb. Now, your meta health is going to carry you through the journey of five brain layers, conflicts, organs, diseases that are embedded in it, and help you to unravel that animal that you're carrying inside you, those crabs that you're carrying inside you, those cockroaches that you're carrying inside you. And I mean it in every layer. From how you are going to be suddenly when the animals started walking, what changed for them, to when we as social animals, as we call ourselves, started socializing, what happens to us. And then the impact of all that on our body, on our soma. So it's a trauma related and carrying us through all the evolution. And it's brilliant to learn it. Like, it's fascinating. You realize that no organ is, you will never look at one organ in the same way. You look at it in layer on layer, layer on layer, layer on layer, just like the onion peeling, layer on layer. So that's how we are. Everywhere we are layer on layer. We are not how we look it to be. So I hope I was able to answer your question.
Yes, yes, it was very informative and absolutely fabulous. So, since you've mentioned the aspect of safety, not feeling safe, how that, I mean, how do you determine you're feeling safe or not safe? How do you understand this thing is unsafe or not safe? Who determines it for you?
So this something called neuroception. Dr. Porges is the first one who actually spoke about it, and there's a lot of research being done by many people across the world today. And neuroception is older than, or the vagus nerve, as they call it, um, is older than our fight and flight, that is our reptilian brain. Which means even when we didn't have the reptilian brain functioning, which is going to talk about survival, we needed to know whether we're going to approach something or we're going to move away from something with the help of the neuroception. Our whole behavior changes. Haven't we experienced that when we feel, we meet our friends? How do we meet our friends? Do we show our back towards our friends? Or do we smile at them and open our body and say, hey, I haven't seen you for so long. Hey, come across, let's give a hug. That's how we meet. That's our ventral side. We don't show our back to them. And yet, if you don't want to do something and your mom's telling you, Sumedha, let's go for that party, and you remember over there there's that uncle that you don't like, you might not even want to hear what she's saying. You might confuse what she's saying. You'll put your back towards her. Our entire behavior is actually ruled by, including our play. It's actually the play that brings up a lot of safety. Children can only play when they're safe. We as adults can only socialize if we are safe. During war zones, do you find people playing? Yes, it can be possible that in the bunkers that where they're hiding and they're sitting down, then they bring up play to de-stress. So even that play, you need something, an element of safety to play. Like you're in a bunker, you know it's safe. Then the group is sitting together and bonding together and wants to bring up, jokes or play or something over there. So why did I bring the play word over there? Because our sympathetic system, which is all about fight and flight, that can also be in the positive way, which when connected with safety of the neuroception will allow us to mobilize ourselves and play, not otherwise. So it's very important for us to understand neuroception, to understand what is safe and how our behaviors change, rather than saying, oh, she turned her back towards me. Think again. Why are you not safer? Why that friend of yours rejected you? What have you done? Could it be the way you walk that reminds her of someone who was not safe? Could it be the way you spoke to her that was not safe for her? Could it be that the way she experienced you wasn't safe for her? But it's definitely surely that something was about you, including maybe you did nothing, you said. But maybe your presence could have reminded her of her little brother who came into this world, after which her mom stopped looking at her. So just your innocence presence over there could mean a danger sign for her. So we never know. Neuroception talks about we don't even know that we don't know how many parts are playing in our subconscious level that are going to make something safe or unsafe. Thank you for that question, Sumedha.
This is absolutely fascinating, and this really makes me want to learn about this. So, do you take classes or something around these where you're taking workshops, seminars about what is meta health and everything you've explained and how we can connect it to our own lives?
Of course, I take workshops and we do live workshops, whereas the level one is for 3 days and we spend time the whole day with each other. Today, after 2020, a lot of classes have gone online and have become convenient because people don't have to travel from across. And we can sit down and connect, across the international borders. So there's no limitation of how you want to learn. You want a live class, that's possible. You want a class where you want to sit from your home, be cozy, and study, that's possible. You have a will to study and know more about your life, we have the way to get it for you. So I would just say, you want to study, connect with me, and let's see how we can make that happen.
Amazing. You can find me in your next batch for sure.
That would be such a pleasure, Sumedha, to have you as one of my students. And thank you for this little interview that you've done about meta health. Really, this matter needs to go out to many, many, many people. And it's not because, oh, Anu Mehta is talking about it. It's just that if you start understanding this topic, you start understanding your life purpose. You start understanding that why should you be one of those people who spend the last day in their bed saying, I didn't do what I wanted to do? How about you being that person on the last day who says, I did what I wanted to do? Thank you, Sumedha.